Hello guys, I am OG, back with Etheria restart video. Let's talk about Rosa. Rosa is SSR unit, water element, and one of the top tier DPS currently available in global server. So let's check what her ability is. The first skill is Rosa deals 3 hits of 60% damage to single enemy. If the final hit is critical, it has 40% chance to reduce the target turn by 8%. At max level, the turn meter setback effect is 10% instead of 8%, and then also increase the 70% multiplier, and then also the chance is 50%. So when you want to upgrade her, I think for start you want to make sure level 3 first, because 50% chance is really good. And then this one when you have enough later on. And now second skill, Rosa give each time Rosa lands a critical hit, this is a passive skill, so each time Rosa critical, she gives a debuff that is called Blade Heart Bloom, which is takes 12% extra damage from basic attack. When the carrier takes a critical hit, Rosa has 75% chance to follow up attack to them. So when your allies attacking them with the basic attack and critical, you can make Rosa follow to attack also. So this is good if you have a critical team unit, a lot of in your allies, and then they deal critical damage. Rosa will attack with the follow-up attack with her basic attack. You see her basic attack is this one, deals 70% at max level 3 times, and also have 50% chance to reduce the target turn meter by 8%. So you can keep slowing them down if you keep critical. And this one only trigger 1 per turn. And then at max level, the follow-up rate increased by 100%. So in here it's 75% chance, right? In here it's 100%. And then also the chance of inflicting the debuff also 100% instead of 70%. Okay. And then the boost damage from the Blade Heart is from 12% increased to 15%. And then that's it for the second skill. The next one is this one. So Rosa apply critical increase by 30% to all of your team, and then deal 3 hits of 100% damage to all enemies. And when the criticals have 30% chance to inflict 2 turns speed down on them. So speed down is decrease the speed by 30%. So she gives critical rate to your allies, including yourself, and also reducing your enemy speed by 30%. At max level, she reduced the cooldown from 4 turn to 3 turn, and the damage increased to 120%, and the chance to inflicting speed down is 40%. So this level, I think the best one is you want to focus until level 3, because that's really big, from 30% to 40%. About the damage, you can just boost it from module or shell. That's the skill description. Now let's talk about how to build her with the equipment or module. In here we can see that earlier that her skill is very relevant when she deals critical. So you want to always critical hit and also critical hit. That's why when you build the module, you want to make sure your critical rate is at least 70%, because she has her own buff that increase critical by 30%. So with this, it makes sure that she can always deal 100% critical. Now for the matrix effect, I like to focus on the onslaught, because that's one of the easier, and swift rush. Swift rush makes sure that she act faster before the enemies, and then you can reduce their speed when she attacks. And then for the onslaught, this one just increase 45%. You can also choose the one that's increase critical damage, and also the one that's just give another speed. And then for the equipment in here, you want to focus either critical damage or critical rate. So because in here I want to have 70%, I use 30% in here, so that's 60%, right? Then the base have 10%, so that's 70% is good. And then for this one I use critical damage plus 46%. So here critical damage 150 plus 52%. That's a lot of critical damage. And then for here you want to focus on attack, but whatever you have is fine as long as you make sure the matrix symbol is matched, because this is the biggest important thing in system of Etheria restart equipment module. You want to make sure you activate the correct one, because if you don't, you're losing a lot of big bonus. Now for cell, I used Budo Panda because this give 3 onslaught and 2 swift rush. And the effect is after owner take action, follow up on the main target, dealing 2 hits of 25% plus 1000 damage. On critical, increase the owner Animus crit damage by 4% up to 6 stack. You remember that I have 100% critical rate, so this will always critical damage. And then when I get 6 stack, that's 6 times 4 is 24%, right? So I get 24% critical damage increase, which is very good, and also have onslaught and swift rush. That's it for today's video about Rosa. I hope you like it, and if you have any other recommendation, please write it on the comment, and see you for the next video. Thank you.